A couple more songs, and we'll start off with Pastor Junior McMill, who will bless us for tonight. Official start for the Maroon Festival, Carriacou Maroon Festival 2023.
You give me and make me happy. Na 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 na, baby. I know many times I've done it.
So ladies and gentlemen, in the meantime, feel free to check out the bar. We have a special going for $12, Caribbean Stag. You get 3 for $12 at the bar right now.
African lady, yeah. King my love, king my love, king my love, king my love. You are the one who give me children. Na 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 na, baby. You will try your best to get them. Na 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 na, baby. You are mastermind of my strong happy family. You are soul protector of my legacy. African lady, king my love, king my love, king my love, king my love. African lady, yeah, king my love, king my love, king my love.
Yes, welcome to the Spice Isle of Carriacou and Pinty Martinique. We invite each and everyone to the official launch of the Maroon Festival 2023. Alright, we hope that you have a good time tonight. We have a lot of entertainment for you guys later on, alright?
Somewhere in the Caribbean Sea, you'll encounter 3 islands. That's amazing to see. 3 nations through the daily lives, living up the spice. It is so exciting, and it's so real.
There we go. There you go. Nah. Oh, you're low.
Feel the rhythms of spice. With open arms we welcome you, giving first class service to feel the rhythms of spice. Oh, that's the rhythms of spice. Oh, that's the rhythms.
Mr. Dwayne Williams, reporting backstage, please. Please report backstage.
And the people so free, a cultural experience that is very unique. We need to keep the daily lives, living out this life. And when it's time for a trip, we'll take you to Granny's Beach. The rhythms continues to flow, the people have it even more. Come on,
One, two, yeah.
The groove, bring yourselves, get on the move, feel the rhythms of spice. With open arms we welcome you, giving first class service to feel the rhythms of spice. Oh, that's the rhythms of spice. Oh, that's the rhythms
2. Or Mr.
We must trust.
1. Check 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah. So Minister of Carriacou and PD Martinique Affairs and Local, Mr. Tevin Andrews, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Carriacou and PD Martinique Affairs, Mr. Javan Williams, Second in Charge of the Northern District, Inspector Reginald Sylvester, Coordinator of the Cultural Secretariat, Mr. Anderson Matteson, representative from the GTA, Ms. Rena Mills, Pastor McNeil, members of the committee, special invited guests, medias, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a pleasant good evening. In everything we must give thanks, and to do so we call on Pastor McNeil to invoke God's presence.
A pleasant good evening. It is a good thing to give thanks unto the Lord. You can stand and join me as we look to the Lord in prayer. This is the day that the Lord has made. We are rejoicing and indeed are glad in it. Heavenly Father, we come before your blessed throne with thanksgiving, reminiscent of how you have been good to us. You have kept us over these past few years. We thank you that we are able to gather again like this. We are able to celebrate our ancestry and our heritage in a Maroon festival setting. We thank you for the initiatives of the organizers, the sponsors, and all the coordinators. We thank you for all that will be said and done over these next few days as we showcase our culture to our visitors and the world, for it shall be broadcasted. Bless all that will be done, and may glory and honor come to you. We thank you for safety. We thank you for decency. We thank you for law and order, so that you will be well pleased with whatever we have to render as we remember our ancestry and our culture. We give you thanks and praise. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Pastor McNeil. At this point, we have a national anthem, and it will be done by Ms. Shania Chase.
Help me, Netherland of force, we pledge ourselves to thee. Heads, hearts, and hands in unity to reach our destiny. Ever conscious of God, being proud of our heritage, may we with faith and courage aspire, beloved, as one people, one family. God bless our nation.
Thank you very much, Shania, lovely voice. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'd like to welcome you to this, the official launch of the Carriacou Stringband, Maroon and Stringband Music Festival for 2023. Our culture defines us as a people. And a people without a culture, simply not a people. Ladies and gentlemen, to welcome you officially and give you an overview, Mr. Anderson Madison, the coordinator for the Cultural Secretariat, is going to do so.
Thank you, Mr. MC. Minister for Carriacou and Diplomatic Affairs, Local Government, Honorable Tevin Andrews. Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Carriacou and Diplomatic Affairs and Local Government, Mr. Javan Williams. Second in charge of the Northern District, Inspector Reginald Sylvester. Representative of GT, one of our major sponsors, Ms. Rena Mills. Pastor Junior McNeil. Members of the Maroon Festival Committee, specially invited guests, media, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good evening. On behalf of the Carriacou Maroon and Stringband Music Festival Committee, I take this opportunity to welcome everyone here to this, the official launch of the 2023 Maroon Festival. After not having this festival for the past 3 years due to the global pandemic COVID-19, we are very excited to once again have the opportunity to host this unique festival where our heritage, culture, music and food are on full display from Friday 28th to Sunday 30th April 2023. We celebrate this year's festival under the theme, Let's Celebrate Our Traditions and Culture. They fortify us through adversities. An apt theme, seeing what we had to endure during the past 3 years of the pandemic. This year's festival will see a few changes from the past years. But with these changes, we expect to keep with the concept of the festival and creating the same excitement and entertainment of past years. The 3 days of this festival will be filled with splendid expression of our culture, our music, our food, and the talents of our people. The festival starts on Friday, 28th April, where we celebrate the traditional village Maroon at Bialo, Big Pond, where the food and music of our ancestors will take center stage. Here, you'll feel the connection with our ancestors as we share and indulge in the ceremonies and rituals of the village Maroon. From the blowing of the shell and libation in the morning to signal the start of the Maroon Festival, to the cooking of the food of the saraka and sharing the food during the day, to the flambeau parade and the beating of the drums as the sun set into the night. A true display of parts of our rich culture and heritage here in Carriacou. This Saturday morning, we come right here in Hillsborough to be part of Strings in the City, a unique aspect of the festival where strings take showcase. Here, the sweet music of the strings will be on full display as we showcase how the string music intertwine our daily lives. It will show how we use the string in all aspects of our lives. The weddings, the boat launching, the funeral, the christening, and everything we do in Carriacou will include our string music. The Saturday night cultural explosion, unfortunately this year, had to be moved from the Bel Air Heritage Park. But this was due to unforeseen circumstances beyond our control, and we have moved to the Botanical Gardens, another scenic, beautiful space for this event. There, more of our culture and our musical talents of our people will be on full display, and will get a true representation of the culture, music of our people, mixed with the creativity and entertainment of visiting groups to the festival. On Sunday the 30th, the final day of the festival, we head to the best beach in the world, Paradise Beach. And not me saying so, it's the world saying so. Where we head, we'll have the grand party on the beach. Here again, our cultural diversity and uniqueness will be the spotlight with the musical talents of our people. And we can dance the night away because the following day, May Day, is a holiday. As I end, I want to express a heartfelt thank to the members of the Maroon Committee for the hard work they are doing to ensure the successful staging of this festival. I know the sacrifice that goes into planning and executing a successful festival, but the rewards is the smiles of the patrons and the visitors to the festival. Once again, members of the committee, thank you. Also to our sponsors on board so far, the Ministry of Carriacou and Diplomatic Affairs and Local Governments, the Grenada Tourism Authority, and those who have made verbal commitments. We thank you because without you, this festival would not be possible. So I'm extending an invitation to everyone, near and far, to join us from the 28th to the 30th of April in Carriacou to be part of this year's Maroon Festival, and we celebrate the rich culture of our islands. Once again, welcome, and we hope that you enjoy this evening's proceedings. Thank you.
Maroon good food, now string music, and big jump dance come here to be. We live in good with we smoke food. Look how the smoke food good. The sound of the drums put you in the mood. Especially when you do good food. Come share with we and dance with we. Carriacou Maroon is the place to be. We dip in weed and rich culture. We dashing and singing for the master. So it's not perhaps, it's not maybe. Carriacou Maroon, that is the festival for we. Carriacou Maroon, make sure you come on down to see.
There is your big chance to live a new life. Come to Carriacou Maroon and Stringband Music Festival. Eat the smoke food of our ancestors. Drums will speak, sweet strings will captivate. It's a unique festival of the people, filled with authentic cultural education and pure entertainment for the whole family. Living will not be the same after this massive life-changing festival. Make your reservations now. Call 473-443-7948.
April 28th to the 30th, 2023. Make sure you come on down to see.
And make sure you come on down to see and come across and come all about to see. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, we have some remarks from one of our sponsors, the Grenada Tourism Authority's rep, Miss Rena Mills.
Minister for Carriacou and Diplomatic Affairs and Local Government, Honorable Tevin Andrews, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Carriacou and Diplomatic Affairs and Local Government, Mr. Javan Williams, Second in charge of the Northern District, Inspector Reginald Sylvester, Coordinator of the Cultural Secretariat, Mr. Anderson Matheson, Pastor Junior McNeil, members of the Maroon Committee, specially invited guests, media, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good evening. I bring you greetings in the name of the Grenada Tourism Authority. We are yet to be a major sponsor in the Carriacou Maroon and Stringband Music Festival. The Carriacou and Maroon Stringband Music Festival is one of our most cultural festivals on island in Carriacou. It is where we celebrate our music, our food, and our dances, and hence the reason why year after year we continue to support this festival. It is a way of showcasing to the world our rich traditions, which was handed down to us by our foreparents, both of African and European descent. We are happy to be back after a 3 years break because of COVID, and the world been looking, the world been waiting, the world been planning to join us, and I know that everyone will be coming over to Carriacou for our Maroon Festival this year, April 28th to the 30th. We have to continue harnessing what we have, and that's the reason why we continue to support the Maroon Festival, and we really like what we are hearing this year. This year we are hearing that The money will be pumped into our local culture, our local traditions here, our local groups and individuals, and we are happy to be part of something like this. We are hearing again that the Maroon is returning to the villages, because this is how the festival started. It started from the village Maroon. From the village Maroon, we have the evolution of the festival. So we are really, really happy to be mentioned and to be a major sponsor of the festival. Tonight with us, we have the St. George's Anglican School, and they're here and they will be joining in with us. And we have to show them what we have. We have to showcase our culture so that they too will go back and tell their school friends, they will tell mommy, they will tell daddy about the rich tradition we have here in Carriacou, and they too will visit. To those who are viewing us online, make sure, come on over to Carriacou Maroon and Stringband Music Festival, April 28th to 30th. I assure you that you will not regret it. It is our food, our traditional food, our traditional music, our traditional dances. Where else in the world would you experience a festival like this than in Carriacou? To the organizing committee, we take the opportunity to wish you the best in the planning and execution of this year's event. Everyone, come on over to Carriacou. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Mills. Well, you're here for yourself. The invitation is yours. Come on over. Come and be part of this great experience. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, we have some remarks by our dearest Minister, Honorable Tevin Andrews. So put your hands together for the Minister. He comes to do his remarks.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony, Mr. Noel. Permanent Secretary within the Ministry of Carriacou and Diplomatic Affairs and Local Government, Mr. Javon Williams, and of course standing on the protocol already established. But let me also recognize Inspector Sylvester, our coordinator Andy Matheson, of course GTE rep Ms. Mills, Rena Mills, Pastor Junior McNeil, and the hard-working committee members of the Carriacou Maroon 2023, of course the media, and most importantly you, those of you that came, those of you that are here witnessing the launch of the 2023 Maroon Festival, and for all of you that are streaming us or viewing on social media. I'm happy that this year Maroon, we are trying our best to keep the Carriacou Maroon 100% local, investing in our local groups and entities so that we can continue to build and grow our tradition and our culture and our heritage, and continue to protect and preserve the Carriacou way of life. Now the only place you can go and experience authentic culture and have an authentic cultural experience is Carriacou and Petit Martinique. There is nowhere else on planet Earth that have a Maroon like Carriacou and Petit Martinique. You can't experience that anywhere else. And this is why you need to start booking now. As a matter of fact, after speaking to the hoteliers, we noticed that all rooms are already booked. So maybe those of you who are contemplating on being here may have to walk with your tents to hike out to experience the authentic Maroon culture in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. And as we said, as Ms. Mills and of course the coordinator, Mr. Matheson said, is trying to keep this thing local. And one of the things that we have done, as many of you from Carriacou know, that many years ago, the BLO Maroon was something that we all looked forward to. And because of a sad incident, the BLO Maroon died. What we are doing this year is to bring back the BLO Maroon. And the overall idea is that we bring back the Maroon within the villages to bring the community together. And we are starting in BLO this year. And we will move from village to village every year to do the same. And of course, this Saturday, I look forward to the strings in the city, and of course to experience all the wonderful cultural explosion that will be taking place here on Main Street. And of course on Sunday, the clashes of the band and the more cultural performance. But the Maroon is not just about the cultural performance and about the food. It's about bringing our people together and showcasing what we are as a people. And I take this opportunity to encourage the business community in Carriacou, Petit Martinique and Grenada to get on board to support this festival. And I also call on all the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique to support the festival and the committee. This festival belongs to all of us. The elections are over. The party politics is over. This is time that we come together as one people to build and most importantly to protect our culture and our traditions. Put the politics aside. Come together as one people and as one nation as we protect and preserve our heritage. As I've said before, you can't go anywhere else in the world and experience sweet Stringband music like you experience it in Carriacou. And you can't go nowhere else and experience the big drum and the big drum dancers as you experience the ones in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. And the cake dancing and the flag dancing. And this is why it's important that we must do what we must do to protect and preserve this tradition, this culture, and our way of life. And when we put on the Maroon, all the businesses in Carriacou and Petit Martinique benefits. And this is why it's so important that the business community should get on board to support, to assist us in protecting and preserving this. And this year, we are putting our money where our mouth is. Over the years, we brought in cultural groups from abroad. And we paid them. But we neglected our local groups. This year, we have decided to keep it local. And not just keeping it local, but also providing the necessary financial support to our local groups. And this is one way which will assist in preserving and protecting the culture. So I'm encouraging you, the people, don't just stand by the sideways and complain, but get involved in one way or the other. Support the activities, support the Maroon. 3 days of cultural performance and cultural performance. And I guarantee you that this year will be a Maroon that you would not want to miss. So save the date, come to Carriacou, book the flight, book the boat, make arrangements with whoever you have to make arrangement with to start camping out, because of course everything is already booked out.
And with those few words, I want to now officially declare the Carriacou Maroon 2023 officially launched. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. And it's a good thing to hear that it's fully local this year, because as we say in local parlance, you have to dance a yard before you dance abroad. So you have to take care of your own, take care of yourself, and tell yourself you would take care of everyone else. Ladies and gentlemen, as we wind down this official part, the cultural part is after, we have to say thanks. So we call on Ms. Donis Romain to give a vote of thanks.
Good evening. On already established protocol, please permit me to express our thanks. Wear gratitude like a cloak, and it will feed every corner of your life. In this vein, I was tasked to cloak up and extend gratitude on behalf of the Carriacou Maroon and Stringband Music Festival Committee. First, we would like to extend thanks to Pastor Junior McNeil for inviting God's presence among us this evening. Special thanks to you, Ms. Shania Chase, for calling our state to order with your beautiful rendition of our national anthem. Mr. Noel, your knack for MCing allowed the smooth execution of these proceedings. We thank you. We thank you, Mr. Madison, our coordinator, for welcoming and giving us an overview of our unique festival. We, the committee, is graciously thankful to our major sponsors, the Government of Grenada and the Grenada Tourism Authority, GTA, for seeing the importance of our unspoiled culture and thereby investing in it. Minister Andrews, thank you for taking such an active role in our festival and for being here to officially launch this event. Although regrettably absent, we thank Minister Ron Redhead for taking special interest in our culture and embracing how it embodies our fortitude as a nation. To our permanent secretary, Mr. Williams, thank you for your presence. Members of the media, entertainers, decorators, meal providers, and all other persons who have assisted in one way or the other, thank you. Finally, we extend a heartfelt thank you to the committee members who have been working non-stop to ensure today's successful launch. Thank you all for being here. Pleasant evening.
So thank you, Ms. Romain, for saying thank you. All right, so at this point, we're going to break off from this formal part of things. Want to welcome the children from the St. George's Anglican Junior School. It's a pleasure to have you with us. And I assure you that it is good to see the young ones here to share and enjoy a little piece of our culture. As the minister said, nowhere in the world, and here making joke, nowhere in the world you'll get authentic and original like Carriacou and Petit Martinique. So put your hands together for the Maroon committee. They have been planning so far and they have been going well, so a successful launch, and we're going to break out now for the cultural aspect. So in the meantime, Mr. DJ. So in about 15-20 minutes, we'll be back with the cultural aspect.
All right, folks, you heard that yourself. We are going to change around Hillsborough into Maroon village. Say hi, management.
Just some housekeeping rules, ladies and gentlemen, that the public washroom just on the corner of 1st Avenue and Church Street is open, so if you want to use the washroom, you can do that. So we go in the right direction, the washroom is open now, so you don't have to be peeing all over town.
Okay, folks, I'll end the live here and we'll be back in about half an hour's time while we prepare for the cultural part. So, see you guys in a bit.
Welcome on to Carriacou, the sister of
That's my grenade.
Carriacou and Picture Magnet.
And the beating magnet.
We welcome each and everyone here tonight to witness our launch, our official launch of Maroon.
And 3 different parts, twisted to a thread. So I urge you, don't stay too long. Come and see where we are. Come and see for yourself. Come behold what we sell. What a country and tell. Not just beautiful things, all the culture that's rich. You enjoy your friendship. Come and see for yourself. Come behold what we sell. What a country and tell. Not just beautiful things, all the culture that's rich. You enjoy your friendship. Our friendly people, we tell you our history. Shakespeare, Mass and Big Drum Dance. Maroon Fest, Regatta, Anthem Stonefist, that you all cannot miss. Sandy Island, Jackadaw, and White Island. Some romantic people, our local boatman, I mean it's gonna take you. Come and see for yourself.
Now, one may ask yourself, what is a Maroon? A Maroon is an escaped slave and their descendants living up in the bush or the mountain. As we know, during the 17th and 18th century, many Africans were brought here, brought and brought here. And that includes Carriacou, Grenada, and PM, of course, to work on the estates or the plantation. Now, it was hard labor, deprivations, and humiliations. Some of the enslaved escaped into the mountain and created temporary settlements. Those who were caught running away, they were punished and sometimes severely beaten. But those who were successful in escaping into the hills started their new lives. They quickly found strength and unity and began doing many things together. So they were hunting, farming, and cooking. Those who remained on the estate continued to suffer the harsh treatment. In the gardens, they produce most of the food, and every year they'll have a great feast with music like drumming and celebration. The many plantation of estates back then have become villages. To date, we celebrate many villages of Maroon, including Bialo, which was the largest estate back in the day. Every year, annually, many villages around Carriacou hold a Maroon. The United Cook Memorial Mills, which is shared freely amongst everyone. This is referred to as the Village Maroon. So from the Village Maroon creates the evolution of the Carriacou Maroon and Stringband Music Festival. Ladies and gentlemen, the Maroon begin at 6 a.m.
It's an early morning libation, and for those who don't know what's a libation, it's the wetting of the ring and the blowing of the lambi or the conch shell. So they're wetting the ring, wetting, blessing the place.
Yeah. Well, if the ground wet, we them cook. You know how cook you cook?
You must have cook.
Yeah. Going by we ain't getting a wet.
I watch it that day. Ladies and gentlemen, this is followed by the sharing of the animal blood. In most cases it's chicken, and you must have both cock and what? And pull it. You must have that. You must have that. And if you know when you kill the cock, it does jump around, and depending on weight point, basically, depending on weight point, it means something, eh?
Point two. Yeah, boy, he pointed the right place. Where they have in the Maroon be alone.
Ah.
Yeah, boy, what?
Well, you know.
That cock. Hey, look at them cook come.
They're cooking.
Them cook come, boy. What's this?
And this is all natural. It's all authentic. So they're going to lay the fire stones. And of course you must bring the wood. It's a whole bundle of wood.
Hello, bring the wood. Then we get the fire going. Bring the wood.
So as they prepare for the fire,
untie the wood and pack wood to the pack. Super really good. Bring the tray and bring the pot spoons on them.
so they are preparing the fireside, but before they do that, they must wet the fire stones. So you must wet the fire stones, and then you lay the pot, and then you start to cook. So we are wetting the fire stone. So you wet the fire stone, wet both fire stone, all the fire stone, and then you light the fire, and the food is cooked. So this cooking takes place during the morning time, up to a little after midday, based on how the weather goes and all of that. And after the food is cooked, the first set of food to be taken out is the one for the ancestors. When we have the fete in the home, this is called a parent's plate. But in the village Maroon, the procession usually goes down to the seaside and throw the food for those of our ancestors from the African journey who did not make it here but perish at sea. So we take the first set of food, and it is for the ancestors. Then later on in the evening, the sharing of the Maroon food starts, and everyone joins together, eat the culture. And remember, this culture was left for us by both the Africans and the Europeans.
Do that. Yes, very good. Nice. Keep the fire and then stay right there. Nice.
Handle your hand, man. Roll it in good, man.
Handle your wrist, man. Roll your wrist.
Roll your wrist. Yeah, man.
So it is the rolling and the rolling off the cuckoo and the rice. And that's what makes it unique, the rolling.
Alright, that one we fall for the ancestors. One must fall. And the roller we were. Firelight, food cooking, everybody doing their thing. The ancestors is asking for it. You see rain falling, and it's asking about Maroon rain falling.
And it is always said that the Maroon brings rain, eh?
Of course.
Open the pot, man. Grab the pot. Make sure everything good there. Grab the pot. Good. Heavy on the box. Heavy on the box. You want a little sauce?
Yes, you must do that. Show it with the lip, mass and toes.
Yes.
With lip, mass and toes, and this is how our foreparents used to travel to the plantation because there were no less to do. So they had the mass and toe traveling to the remember, this is how our ancestors used to travel to the mountains, to the plantations, because there were no current, no electricity, so they had to use the mass and toes so they can see their way. So when the enslaved gathered for the celebration, they beat the drums, they danced from the memories of the African movement and those from the Europeans. While dancing, they saw the similarities in the movements, and that's how they knew which tribe they were from. So there are different tribes on the tribe. This today is known as the Big Drum Nation Dance or the Nation Dance. So that's the Big Drum Nation Dance. As I said before also that the food, the plate that is taken out have to be brought to the sea to be thrown for the ancestors. So the food is taken to the sea to be thrown for the ancestors. So that was the portrayal of the Big Drum Nation Dance. Stringband music, it consists of both African and European string music. The percussion, the music on the drums, the maracas, the iron, etc. represent the African influence, while the string instruments like the guitar, banjo, violin, mandolin, etc. represent the European aspect. This one can experience at many events, including the Maroon. One of our other unique aspects of Carriacou and PD Martinique is the quadrille dance. And it was brought to our shows and formed part of our traditional dances. This dance is performed by 4 couples. Quad means 4. So, 1 or 2, that's it.
Yes, you are when I was
So the quadrille dance. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a Maroon. And it's a celebration of our food, traditional food, music, dances, and memories of our tradition. So, ladies and gentlemen, just a snippet of portrayal of what our Maroon is all about. And we hope that you would come on to see what else we have to offer. Part of our culture is the healthy spot. And ladies and gentlemen, for who done what you would know, the conch shell was blown by Dave. The food, Sherry Kamada to the fire with a stone super flint. And the students from the St. George's Anglican Junior School. The big drum dancers, Donna Cavell, drummer Shaka Zulu and his team. The Stringband, of course, culture trained, quadrille left snake group. And this whole was produced by Ms. Rena Mills and helped by Terence Logan and Neil Madison. So where else in the world you get this sweet music? Only in Carriacou and Pidimati. Only here. You can't get it nowhere else. So you on the line, if you're listening, you need to be here. And remember, the bar is still high school. There is some music to play still, so let's enjoy ourselves. It is the official launch of the Carriacou Maroon and Stringband Music Festival for 2023. And for all the supposedly sponsors, please continue to come forward. Remember, it's all local this year. So remember, it's all local this year, so you got to come forward. All the business in Carriacou, we got to partner together and make this thing work for us. So we want to thank you very much, and remember, the bar is still cold, and we have some more music, some more string music, of course, and drums and the DJ. So
Maroon, 28th to the 30th of April. Remember, Maroon signifies our ancestors, how hard they worked every time.